what exactly is your connection to Cesar Milan, the dog whisperer?
Cesar Milan, dog whisperer. Anybody that got a dog should know this guy. I knew Cesar Milan back in 99 or 2000 from my boy in LA. He introduced me to him, and Cesar Milan Cesar Milan is Mexican, and he lived in the hood. See all that shit y'all see now? See, I know the Cesar Milan. Cesar Milan lived in East LA, and I mean, it was hood down. But he had his compound with his dogs. And only star dogs he had was Will Smith dog. You remember those Rottweilers they used to have back in the day? Mm-hmm. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Rottweiler. And I had bought a puppy because I seen my boy T Smooth. He had a connection to some red noses. So I was like, you know, let me fuck around and get a red nose. I was making money at the time and shit. Let me give me a red nose and shit. And he wasn't even the pick of the litter. I just got him because he was just a little funny, hopping around little motherfucker. And he was like the littlest motherfucker in there. So I was like, yeah, let me get the littlest one in there. That means his shit ain't going to be that big when he shit. So I wanted the littlest one that's going to produce the littlest shit to clean up. You know what I'm talking about? So I got that little fucker there, and I took him, and he was just so happy and wild and happy. So I told my boy T Smooth to take me to get him trained where he got his dog trained at, which was Cesar Milan. And he had the compound on there. And if people remember Cesar Milan that followed him from back in the day, he was that guy back in the day in California that was on the news. He used to walk with like 10 Rottweilers in pits with no leash. He was that dude. Read back in the day on him. He was known for that. He was known for walking through LA with 10 Rottweilers in pits with no leash. And when they stopped, when he stopped, they stopped. When he walked, they walk. If he don't move, they don't fucking move. And people on the streets was amazed that he had so many aggressive dogs at one time, and none of them got out of line. So that's what he was known for. So long story short, I took my dog there, and I was paying for him to train him. All that dog whispering shit that he teaches now, I knew that shit back in 99, 2000. I knew it back then. I knew how to operate my dog without beating him, without none of it, without yelling. I knew how to work on movement. I know how to work on body language. That's what he teaches. I knew that shit back then. So I was working with him how to teach my dog that. So when I bring him back to the East Coast, I'm working with him. My career got more aggressive with Red and Meth. The movies came. I was getting more on tour. It got to a point where I couldn't leave him at home. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just leave him here with you, Cesar. And out of all the dogs he ever trained, also Tashina Arnold had from Martin, was Daddy's, my dog. She had his brother or sister, one of them. Long story short, my dog was the only dog that stayed out the compound with the family, with Cesar Milan family. It was just something about my dog and Cesar Milan that it was unbreakable. Even though me and my dog was close, but the magic between them two I was just like, wow. I was just like, you really fuck with my dog. See, he's like, I love this dog right here. I've been training dogs all my life. It's something about him. And he was the house dog for the family. When I left him when I was on the road. And when I came back, I'd get him. So it got to a point where I left for like maybe 7 months. And I came back and my dog head was ridiculous. When I left him, he was like this. He was half size in between. I came back, he was a monster. I was like, yo, I was like, who dog is this? He's like, that's Daddy. I was like, all right, I stood still. He came around me. He was so big. He was like a lion. I was like, damn, is he going to remember me? and then he smelt me for a while, and then he just started jumping up everywhere. So long story short again, I'm training him, he's training him still, and then he get his big break. He get his big break, and Daddy ends up being the spokes dog for his brand and him getting on TV. And it was just like, you know what? I'll let you rock with him. I gave it to him. How it was done was kind of foul because Cesar Milan was just, he was a Mexican, very humble Mexican out of East LA with his family. And moving into the Hollywood scene, it was a big step. So, of course, other people got involved, and a lady came down and got kind of aggressive with me as far as the business and like, yo, either you're going to continue paying for your dog or, you know, you could sign him over to Ceasar right now. I was like, well, I was going to let Ceasar rock with him anyway. But it was kind of foul on how it went about, and I don't blame Ceasar. I kind of do, because he should have came to me like, yo, Doc, you know, we don't need paperwork. You know I got Daddy here. We're going to do this TV thing. You know you straight. But it was done through paperwork. And at that time, I was aggressive with my career, but I had a lot. My money was tied up into something, so I didn't have the past bill that was due. So I was just like, you know what? You can rock with my dog. Fuck it. You let him blow you up your career. And that fucking dog took Ceasar's career here. And they both worked there for each other, because what he taught my dog and how the dog represented him, it both, you know, balanced out his career and made him who he is. And I never got $1 for it. Not one dime. I never chased Ceasar down. I never asked him for $1. I never asked him for one motherfucking thin fucking coin. Even though I could have deserved it a little bit, but no, I'm that kind of dude. I'm going to be blessed for it.
Dope story.
He always tell me, though, he always tell me to this day, though, like, yo, you ever want another pit bull, I would train him and I would give him to you. He said, you want another one? I have him. I'll give him to you. So if I want another top of the line, red nose or blue pit, I got it from Ceasar. He going to train it and give it to him. But I'm not ready for no dog again.
I feel you. I got a Rottweiler myself, so I've been going through.
I know you cleaning up shit every day after him.
We got a little dog run on the side that
nice.
She goes and shits in.
Nice.
We good.
Look at you, rub it in my face, oh rich ass, bougie ass dog shit a litter, huh? Oh, bougie shit a litter. You ain't got the gloves like everybody else in plastic. He got his own little shit tunnel, huh?
That's right. What do you think about the whole situation?
Man, my point of view, man, I really feel like they tried to paint a bad picture on my brother and try to make him look like he was a hater. It was some envy, jealousy type shit, you know what I'm saying? And actuality, you know what I'm saying? Bro been having this shit, man. He been in the condo.
I got my hat on and I had my Coke bottles up under my hat. And I'm sitting at the dinner table like an asshole with the hat on, knowing she gonna tell me to take it off. And I'm just sitting there just gawping down, you know, in my zone. She said, take that goddamn hat off at the dinner table. I'm like, come on, Mom. Coke everywhere.